What's up guys, Dr. Jared here, and in this video I want to share with you 7 simple exercises that you can do right at home to alleviate pain in your knee. Whether you are in a recent injury, or your knee might just be really painful, or maybe you don't have a lot of strength or rehab experience, these are the exercises that I would start you out with as your physical therapist. They're simple, they're easy, you can do them right at home, and I hope that you get a lot of benefit from these. Of course, if you like these exercises, if they help you out, hit the thumbs up button, comment your experience down below. I do love to hear from you guys. That being said, first exercise coming your way right now. Now, when we talk about knee injuries, when we talk about knee exercises, the first thing that we always want to do is make sure it has full range of motion. Make sure that it can bend all the way pain-free, and then it can also straighten out all the way pain-free as well. These first 2 exercises are going to help you with that. First up is going to be the knee flexion stretch. What I want you to do is lay down on your back and then bend that injured knee as much as you can. With your hands, you can grab around your knee and then just very gently pull it into your chest to introduce more of a flexion angle. Now, the less pain that you have, the more range of motion you should be able to get. In that case, you can grab down here closer to your ankle. That provides a little more leverage where you can get a really nice deep bend in that knee to work on that flexion. If your knee is very painful or you just barely injured it, it's rather acute and you can't bend it this much, what you can do is grab behind your knee, kind of around your hamstring right here, and then just let gravity gradually pull that down just as much as you can tolerate. So this is kind of the least aggressive motion, and this would be the most aggressive motion. What I want you to do is take it to a range where you're comfortable, hold it for 20 seconds, and then repeat that 3 times. Now for the extension stretch, or the hamstring stretch that I like, what I need you to do is grab a belt or a towel or a sheet, something that's just long and skinny and doesn't stretch. A dog leash also works well. You're going to loop that around your foot, and then we're going to lay down on our back, and then this is what the hamstring stretch looks like. Let me grab a different handle here. There we go. And so start with your leg in this position, keeping that knee nice and straight. Now from here, what I want you to do is use your hands to just pull up towards the ceiling, just as far as you can take it. What you're going to feel is just a good stretch right there back behind that knee. Again, take it as high as you can until it's just in a comfortable range of motion. I don't want it to be painful. And then you're going to hold that for 20 seconds and repeat that one 3 times as well. So those are the 2 stretches that I like. Again, the goal there is to get the knee through its full range of motion, get it all the way bent, and then to get it all the way straight. Let's move into some strengthening exercises. The strengthening exercises that I like, first place that we're going to stop is with a quad set. I need that quad to be nice and strong. This muscle right here on the top of your thigh, we want to maintain a good muscle connection with that. It's very important. So what I want you to do is contract that quad muscle. The cue that I like to give people is try to push your knee down into the floor or down into the table. And what you should notice is this muscle right here on the top of your thigh really tightening up as you do that. You're going to hold that for about a 5 to 10 second count and then release it. And then we're going to repeat that 10 to 20 times. And so again, 1 to 2 sets of about 10 reps is what we're going for. You're going to hold that again about 5 to 10 seconds. Looks just like that. The next exercise that I like is going to introduce a little bit of motion into your knee, but not that much. This is going to be a short arc quad. I've got a foam roll that I put under my knees. You can also use a pillow, like folded up, doubled over, or you can use a large beach towel that's rolled up. All of those work well as well. And so in this position, you see that I've got just a very subtle bend in my knee. I'm basically just going to perform that quad set. I'm going to contract this muscle right here on the top of my leg to lift my heel up off of the ground about 10 to 12 inches and then right back down. So we're going to again contract here, lift the heel, hold 1, 2, 3 seconds at the top, and then slowly lower it right back down. So it looks just like that. And then again, about 10 repetitions, 10 to 15 repetitions, and then we're going to repeat that 3 times is what the short arc quad looks like. Next, let's get into some straight leg raises. Now to do that, we're going to go leg extended out straight. I'm going to fire once again this quad right here on the top of the leg, By now, you probably realize that's pretty crucial in the function of your knee and helping to eliminate pain. And so we're going to hit the quad set, so we're going to fire that quad. We're going to keep that leg locked out as you lift it up off of the table about 18 inches, and then slowly return right back down to that starting position. And so that's what the straight leg raise looks like. Hold 1, 2, 3, and then come right back down. You're going to repeat that about 10 to 15 times, and then three sets of 10 to 15 repetitions on that one. Again, I want your leg to be locked out. If you notice that your knee kind of bends at the top or that it's not fully extended, make sure that that's the position that we get in. That's the position that we want to strengthen it. Those are the exercises that I like for the quads, for the top part of the leg, but we can't forget about the hamstrings. These muscles right here on the back, they also control that knee joint. The exercise that I like for that one, the basic exercise for that, is going to be a hamstring bridge. And so what I want you to do is lay on your back with both knees bent. I want your toes up. I want your heels to dig into the floor. In fact, that's the first step with this, is I want you to push your heels down into the ground. As you do that, you should notice those hamstring muscles, these guys right here in the back of the leg, you should notice them kick on as you initiate that contraction. And so the heels dig in, and then in that position, we're going to lift the butt up off of the floor or off of the table, whatever it is that you're on. Hold 1, 2, 3, and then come right back down. This is a great way that we're actually strengthening the hamstrings and the glutes. They love to work together. We need to make sure that they do that as we're recovering from this knee injury or as we're trying to work out of this knee pain. Once again, about 10 to 15 reps, repeated 3 times is a great number to shoot for. Finally, the last exercise that I like is actually going to be for your hips here on the side. Your hips play a crucial role in telling your knee where to go in space. A lot of people who have knee pain have really weak knees. That's actually what's causing their pain. If we can keep the hips strong, hopefully you feel a lot better. And so to do that, let's get into some side-lying hip abduction. I'm going to lay down on my left side. My left leg is bent. My right leg is extended out straight. Now in this position, I'm going to raise my right heel up towards the ceiling as high as I can comfortably, and then slowly return it back down to that starting position. You should feel it right here in these muscles, kind of on the top side of your hip. Make sure that you're leading with your heel, not with your toe. If you lead with your toe, that kicks on a lot of hip flexor right here. We want it to be the hip abductors, these muscles right here in the side and in the back of your hip. What I would do here is about 10 to 15 reps on the right, flip over and do 10 to 15 reps on the left, and then repeat that 3 times. If you're interested in more great help for knee pain, I've got you covered right here on my channel. Click this video. That one's also going to help you out. For some reason, YouTube thinks you might like this one. Check that out. See if YouTube's right. If you haven't subscribed to Tone and Tighten, hit the circle right here to do that. I would love to see you back for future videos. Until next time, we'll see you again soon.